What's up, everybody? We're going on day 3, I guess, together, and I love that. Welcome to another episode of Red Sea Podcast. Hope everybody had a great evening. We're burning the late night oil since I'm in North Carolina, and the time is now 11:19, which means it's 8, 9, 8:19 there, so you're probably eating dinner. I've got my dinner here. Yes, I've got my tostadas just waiting for me after the show. They're going to be staring at me the whole time. Also, I've got, if you could see, I wanted to include some of my daughter's favorite friends behind us. So the gang's all here. Gang's all here for this episode, and we got some hard-hitting questions to ask ourselves, like, is Kyler Murray and the offense destined to fail? Are they already behind? Is it the same offense as last year? Well, lots of people spoke today to talk about that. And one person in particular who I really like this quote from Calais. He said, where are we here? He says, he was asked about progress through camp, and he said that it's small gains, and I'm not getting better at camp. I'm going to get better through camp, and by week 1, I'll be in a good place. And by week 10, I'll be in an even better place. So that's a guy who is 18th season, and he's saying that he is not going to be the same player day 2 of camp that he's going to be game 1 of regular season. He's not going to be the same player game 1 of regular season as he is game 10 of regular season. He's going to keep progressing. 18-year player saying that. So that caught my attention because I obviously wasn't at practice. I wish I could have been there. I do miss it so much. The smell of the stadium when you walk in, you know the smell. The vibe, the feels, the vibes. I'm sure they were high. But apparently the word on the street is that the offense was kind of stinking it up today in practice. At least the first string offense was anyway. And I don't know, I don't really want to comment too much on a practice that I wasn't at, or practice in general. It's kind of a bit strange commenting on. It's practice, man. We talk about practice. But it is worth noting, what people are seeing, and the fact that the offense didn't look great and they weren't taking deep shots, I think is something to keep an eye on. I don't think in the limited snaps that they had to make a few plays on the second day of practice is anything to look too much into. But we do want the offense to take shots. Kyler Murray, it was one of the best, maybe the best in the league a couple years ago at the deep shot. We know he can do it. Everybody that's watched him knows he can do it. Yet their offense last year didn't do it. Maybe the worst at taking deep shots. Is it Drew? Is it Kyler? Is it the receivers? We ask ourselves these questions. I think we all know who's to blame here, though, Drew Petzing. So open up that damn playbook, Drew. You got Marvin, you got Trey. Get those guys going deep. Take a page out of BA's book, damn it. Just go sling it, baby. Go on and sling it. No reason not to. Go sling it. Take some shots, man. And then it's harder to take shots today, but you still see people do it. And if you get an interception, you get an interception. At least do that stuff in practice, Try it out in practice. One thing you don't want to try out in practice is getting hurt. Good wishes, good vibes, good prayers, whatever you believe in, to the two players that got hurt, Katan Crawford and the new linebacker. That new linebacker they got, I guess, went to the hospital. So that's pretty scary. That's real life. That's beyond football. And another guy who I will just touch on maybe one more time, Walter Nolan. I know I talked about it yesterday. I made a reel about it today. Walter Nolan. Calais had another good thing to say about Walter, which was, let it heal all the way. You're going to be fine. We know what you can do. We got you. We'll get you healthy. And that was just that. Maybe I just needed to hear Calais, old grandfather Calais, to come in with the words of wisdom, because you hate to see that, to see Walter go down before. And it's not like he's on IR. He's not lost for the season. He hurt his calf, and it's going to take a little bit to heal. But Walter listened to Calais. Let it heal all the way, because those calves can be tricky suckers. And you can tear it again, re-tear. Darius Robinson, Darius Robinson also spoke with the media today to Arizona Sports. I wish there was a way for me to play these interviews for you. I don't have that capability yet, but I think I'll link them in the description so you can go and watch them. Maybe press pause, go find the links, watch the videos, come back, or whichever you prefer. Darius was talking today with Arizona Sports, and he had some good things to say. I think that it was cool to hear him say, that last year he felt like his confidence was super, super high, which we might have known that already, just how he was playing in the few preseason snaps and training camp. But he said his just completely lost my train of thought. His confidence was super high, and he was feeling his best, and then he got hurt. And then his mom died, which is really hard to even think about. But he went on to say it's his best year and also his worst year. And from being on the sidelines, he could watch the defense in a new way. He could learn the pass rush while watching. He could learn the ins and outs of the defense while watching. And I think maybe that's something, I know we weren't going to maybe talk about it again, but that Walter Nolan can probably benefit from, watching and learning from the sides, getting in there. You're going to play. And D-Rob talked about the warpath, which was really cool to hear. He says that the warpath is Nick Rollis's slogan right now. Stay on the warpath to the finish line. We know what happened last year. We didn't make the playoffs. So warpath. I think that might be my new slogan in life, the warpath. I'm going to start using warpath. So thank you, Nick Rollis, for the motivation. Another guy who is very motivated and very motivating is the left tackle, Paris Johnson. Also spoke with Arizona Sports. A great interview. If you've never heard Paris Johnson speak before, he's really endearing. He'll answer all the questions, and he gives really good answers, and he's a smart kid. And Paris, one thing that Paris had to say was that Isaiah Adams is a night and day player, which is cool because we all think, this is Isaiah Adams' year. He's going to be the right guard, and it's his spot to lose. But when he was asked, I actually don't know I think he might have brought up Isaiah Adams unprovoked as a player to watch. But he said Isaiah Adams night and day from last year. Absolutely night and day player. And that the kid is like a brick wall, and that, this is a quote, he knew, we told him last year, you are a brick wall. But this year he believes it. So you got a brick wall for a right guard. And that's something that we should all be excited about, because we haven't had that for a while. A couple fill-in guys, I will say, Will Hernandez, I'm going to miss. I really liked Will. I thought he was a great player. Maybe if he hadn't gotten hurt, he'd still be on the team. But I'm a big Will Hernandez fan, and I hope that he catches on with somebody, because he freaking deserves it. Now, I made a reel moments ago about a certain quote. Maybe this quote has brought you to this video, and you're probably like, dude, get into the quote. We saw you on the reel. I'm just going to say it again. I know the stuff. I know what the coach is going to say before he says it. I got it. I know I got it. That's Max Melton. That's going to be one of your 3 starting corners. A guy who likes to play outside corner. He says, it's me and you out there. One-on-one. And that's how he likes it. He likes to play outside. And he was also working on his... I feel so silly talking to him. He's working on his zone coverage. But yeah, Max Melton, man, what a great interview. That guy is like so confident, just dripping of confidence. He's going to be really, really cool to watch in year 2. And maybe Will Johnson doesn't. Maybe Will Johnson doesn't get a job right away. We want him to, of course. But Max Melton's a good player too. So it'll be a good battle, a good healthy battle to have all those corners battling it out. Know what I'm saying? Who else talked today? JG spoke with the media, of course. He often does. And says that K1 more vocal. He's a more vocal leader this year. K1's kind of a quiet guy who leads by example, but he's more vocal. This is a quote. He's more vocal, and it showed up more. And he's taken a step to connect with the entire team, not just the offense, but the defense too. And this is the main thing, is that he runs the show. We go as he goes. And that brings us back to the beginning on Kyler's play in the offense. Overthrowing certain players, underthrowing players. They do go as he goes. And this is a really big year, I think, for Kyler. I think that if he has a bad year, I don't know what next year for him looks like. I don't know who they would even have as a quarterback. But I suppose if something were to happen, Jacoby would jump in and do great. But Gannon's absolutely right. He does run the show. And for all of us, we need him to be the best K1 this year. He's got to sling it. I'm really excited. I think he's going to do it. I'm not putting too much thought into the second practice and things that did or didn't happen. Let's let this guy get some plays under his belt. They're not going to play in the preseason. No one played last year, which I think is a mistake. I don't think anybody's really going to play this year in the preseason. So we're not going to find out until week 1 against New Orleans. And we know the defense is balling already. The defense is going to be great. What a huge upgrade. The defensive line. That was one thing to take away from the few videos and interviews I saw with people, is the D-line. It's 0 to hero. Worst to first. And the defense is going to be great. And the offense has got to catch up, though. It's got to, because they have the players. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be scoring 30 points a game. Don't you think? I mean, you'll take them how you can get them, but the offense has got to hold up its end. And if they don't, I don't know what that looks like. So, I know what these tostadas look like, though. And they look really good. So I think I'm going to eat some tostadas and edit this video to get it up to you hopefully by, what's the time, 11:30? Hopefully I can get it up by midnight and you can watch it at 9, if I'm doing my math right, 9 or 10. We'll see. So this is Travis Ortwine, raised in the Red Sea, signing off with a nice crunchy crunch. Thank you for stopping by, taking a listen. This is fun. If I wasn't talking about this, I would just be holding it into myself, talking to myself. At least I'm talking to you guys. Enjoy your night. Have sweet dreams. Have cardinal dreams. You guys ever had Cardinals dreams? Oh, man. I've had Cardinals dreams often. Some of my best and worst dreams ever are Cardinals dreams. I can't tell you how many times I've dreamed that I was on the team. In practice. This is BA era, I'm talking. I'm on the team in practice, and they're like, Trav, we need you in there. And I totally just screw up the entire play, and the entire team, you can feel the disappointment and the shame. And they're like, all right, Trav, you got to go. Get out of here, bud. Go. You can take the bus home. Also, great dreams where they've won the Super Bowls. I've had dreams where I've died, come back to the planet Earth, and I remember asking somebody, hey, did the Cardinals ever win a Super Bowl? And they said, no, they never did. So, yeah, maybe I'll have one tonight and I can share it with you tomorrow. So signing off for the final time, Red Sea Podcast. Raised in the Red Sea Podcast, of course. Signing off for the final time, Travis Ortwine, Raised in the Red Sea Podcast. Until we meet again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.